I do what I do because I love it. I really love to create. It just gives me so much release and makes me feel alive. You know, the process of expression and creating something with my hands, like working, is just, it can be euphoric. It can be frustrating. It can be everything in between those two. And sometimes it turns out beautifully, but other times it doesn't. I just keep going with it. Resin is one of those mediums that really needs room to move and spread out and do its thing. So you can't really control how it's going to do its thing. You just got to let it do its thing. A lot of the other mediums that are incorporated are done so by hand. It's really finger painting, but layers and layers and layers of finger painting with resin. And then you've got to add fire into the mix to get all the bubbles out, but also the torch work really makes the resin move a lot faster. Things get more volatile, which really leads to different effects, and you really don't know what you're gonna get until it dries. So really taking a step back in between layers and digesting and assessing how all of the layers come together. So sometimes I take a lot of time between layers just to kind of conceptualize where I want to go next, or if I even want to go any further with it. Editing is definitely an art form in its own, and it's one that I've had to really learn to take my time with. I find that blank walls have always inspired me, and the environment around, especially for creating a bespoke work of art. It's going to be tailored for the space. It needs to tie everything else together, so I really kind of grasp all that before going into the studio with it. And then from there, it's just my normal process of letting go over and over and over again. I've had some works where as I'm working on them, I'm like, this is the final layer, this is it. But then coming back the next day or the next week when it's totally dry, it might be something totally different, or I might be in a different frame of mind. So really there's a collective of different emotions and different frames of mind, just different energy that went into this one piece of art. I think the viewer can really feel all of the dimension and all the layers and emotions that went into creating it.